everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have an offense that keeps itself on the field. The Redskins are top 10 in converting third down opportunities, and they'll be up against a Cowboys defense looking to knock that conversion rate down. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
In the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And here comes a top 10 pick to lead him. Actually, he was number 10 in this last year's draft, the rookie from Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led him to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Room here to run, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Now Mahomes. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. In the red zone this time. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Josh Norman's move to Washington last season was one of the bigger stories in the NFL. While it didn't result in a playoff appearance for his team, he still is one of the elite corners in the NFL. Very confident in his ability, can play press coverage, can play off, can run with the bigger receivers, and make plays on the football downfield. And not only that, has no problem coming up and tackling in run support.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll come out in the pistol. 3rd and goal. Can the offense punch it in here from the 1? And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. DeMarco Murray hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Again, here's P-Ryan. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a run for the Colorado State grad, Capri Bibbs. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. This offense, here are the starters. It features a very speedy wide receiver, a Duke Blue Devil, Jamison Crowder.
Exactly right, and we're not talking about hoops. We're talking about a slot receiver who knows how to run all the routes so well and really is crafty beyond his years.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And now the defense for Dallas.
When the Cowboys selected Anthony Hitchens, they knew they were getting a productive college linebacker, one who tackled really well and was able to diagnose plays. But what they also got was a guy who could also cover running backs out of the backfield, showing a dose of speed to run down plays.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run again with B.R.E.D. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Cousins a handoff. This is B.R.E.D. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on 4th down, Cousins will head to the sideline and give way to Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes drops it underneath to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Second and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Monte Nicholson, the rookie out of Michigan State. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
And it's 21-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And here come the Redskins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Bibbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. This is Bibbs, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Bibbs. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Cousins brought in over the middle by Grant, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the former Redskin, Brian Arakpo, coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from the pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
On second down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 10th carry now for Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Mahomes going to throw over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to me. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. So they pulled a little rabbit out of their hat, nearly for 6, almost got the fake into the end zone. Either way, they're set up really nicely.
So we all fell for the illusion, didn't we? Did they saw someone in half on stage on that one? I mean, that was something right there. We fell for the fake in a big way, as did the defense, and look what it turned into, a monster play, and now they're set up inside the 5-yard line.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller. Shift together here from the D-line. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Bibbs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
They run it with Bibbs. And he's got some space here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yeah, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped to pick up the first. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right at the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
Second down, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Stephen Paya continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the Screen operates against the blitz. If you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins now. This is Reese on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's been in a pretty good groove. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling because now you're...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Sua Cravens. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Runs over him. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Dez. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Cousins now on 2nd down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing it, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Capri Bibbs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. To throw, it's Mahomes. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Mahomes now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Fresh set of downs here. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will he?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Cousins now to throw on first down, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Third and short yardage, Cousins. He finds his target. It's Crowder. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 1st and 10, Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Cousins again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A first down throw for Cousins. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On second down, Cousins again. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Redskins don't have much to hang their hat on after the first half. The Cowboys have done a good job taking control of this game, and the scoreboard shows as much. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Cowboys opening up on offense. Elliott's wide open here on the catch, and this two-play drive goes for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. Cowboys with the football midway through the first. Murray's by himself here. He caps off the 7-play drive with the score. Lead now at 14. Cowboys with the ball late in the first. Elliott stiff arm and tip works perfectly and end up rushing in for his second touchdown. That takes the lead up to 18. Now to late in the first half, it's going to be a run play here, and he'll go in for the score, closing the gap to 18. Still late in the first half, the catch will be made deep down the field, and 30 yards later, he's going in for the score as they continue to dominate.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half 2. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is a do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Redskins on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
From
From the gun, here's Cousins. Caught on the right side, Reed. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch the ship.
Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys add on. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's win right here. Let's win right here.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Pulled in at the 24. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
That is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
To throw, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now here comes the Redskin defense heading back onto the field. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, gotten pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Mahomes now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dorial Green-Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys add on. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
They run a draw here on second down, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Got some real estate inside the 30. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
Set! Green, 39!
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They run the counter now on first down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That good for 22 and a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
What's tight? Tight end right. What's tight? Tight end right. Everyone go 4 down.
Cousins now from the 50. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now a guy who's been a Raider his entire career. This is Marcel Reese. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsau? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll buy some time right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And bulldozing his way through. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. 23 yards on the play. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
That's what I do. Here we go now. Boom, land it.
They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Preston Smith in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Fights through and now a crease. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That'll be a gain of 16. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker, because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything, because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Running with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Cousins now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. He'll field this at the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle, and that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. Russell Wilson, nearly 300 passing yards to lead his crew. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Washington, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.